Good evening, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, I have my lighting and I have my fan. How you doing? Well, it is my pleasure to resume this more than a walkthrough series of videos starring the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, which was published by US Game Systems in April 2020, which proves that some good things did happen in 2020. And we are focusing on the Two of Cups by Noa Ikeda. And I'm going to do a close-up of the back of the card design, this beautiful card design that I love. Because why? Because love is love. Or as I love to say, love is love is love. And here we have the front of the card design. And if the name Noa Ikeda sounds familiar, it is because Noa Ikeda also illustrated the Four of Wands. So I'm going to have Drake focus on these two cards, and Drake is going to tell me if they need to be exactly. And I will read what the card, what's listed about the card in the accompanying guidebook. The Two of Cups is about establishing connections and partnerships. On this card, we see a loving couple holding hands and joining hearts. They are from different parts of the world and vastly different cultures, as seen, oh, there's a typo because it says seem, S-E-E-M, as seen by their clothing. Both of them embody a mix of masculine and feminine elements. Each offers something to the other and brings something special to the union. Behind them are arches decorated with cups, illustrating a window to a brighter future. Symbolism is key. Other symbolism in this card is the pennies, which represent a long, happy marriage, compassion, and riches. The message of the Two of Cups is to find commonalities, but also to celebrate differences. I'm just going to take a quick look at the card to see where the pennies are. Okay, I don't see the pennies, but that's okay. I'll take Noa Ikeda's word for it that they're there. Speaking of which, let me read to you Noa Ikeda's bio. And of course, any socials for Noa Ikeda I will make sure to include in the description box. In their own words, I am a Japanese-American artist who currently resides in Montreal, Canada. My fascination with tarot started when my grandfather sent me a major arcana set from Japan. The deep set meanings and symbolism, as well as the possibility of world building, was so enchanting that I was determined to make my own deck one day featuring a world of my own creation. There is the website address, the Instagram account, and a Twitter account as well. If I find any other socials or any other websites for Noa Ikeda, I will make sure to include that in the description box as well. I happen to love the Two of Cups. To me, Two of Cups it builds on the Ace of Cups, which I've often interpreted as new love energy. But not necessarily new love energy like a new romantic relationship. Because remember, aces have a numerical value of 1. You know, I think, Drake, you can, put the camera back on me now. Thank you so much. One of my favorite movies is Ghost, which starred the late and great Patrick Swayze and the current and great Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi Goldberg, when she is impersonating Rita Miller, on 2 separate occasions said, "Thank you so much." So every once in a while, I'll say, "Thank you so much." It just rubbed off on me. And, you know, Whoopi Goldberg is hilarious. She's just absolutely hilarious, and so she remains one of my favorite comedians of all time. Anyway, so yeah, so thank you so much. Anyway, so yes, so I will include any other socials, but the Ace of Cups for me is about, if anything, new love energy toward oneself. Because it's that building block. It's like Maslow's pyramid. It's like, you know, you have the foundational needs, and before you can have any of the other needs on the upper levels of the pyramid, you need to achieve the basics first. You know, safety, security, home, food, shelter, and then you go up that pyramid. So yeah, it's like, you know, before you can even begin to create a relationship with somebody else, you need to, you know, it's imperative to create that relationship with yourself. You know, because you are eternal. You know, relationships come and go, friendships come and go, marriages come and go. And those are just those are realities, you know. It pains me to say that, but, you know, in living in a human body, there are relationships that we have, and I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, you know. There are friendships that I've had in my life that when they ended, ooh, they were really, see, that's confirmation of how uncomfortable this conversation makes me. Anyway, I'm going to get back on track. So Ace of Cups is the building foundation, is the foundation of self-love and self-esteem. And then you have Two of Cups. Your self-love and self-esteem ideally are secure, they're steady, they're strong. And then it's like, okay, now I'm going to welcome somebody else into my life. Somebody with whom I could share a life, a home, a bed, with whom I could have children, even the four-legged furry kind, or the no-legged lizard kind, you know, like a snake. Speaking of four-legged animals, Durga, can you pan the camera down? You can't, okay. And Bast. Oh my goddess. Look, what's that look, Bast? Living with cats. Come here. Oh, no, you don't want to be in the camera. Just like Isis. Isis didn't want to be seen, but she wanted to be heard. So this is about building blocks. And of course, it's no coincidence that Noa Ikeda also illustrated the Four of Wands. The House card, a solid foundation, building on this. So anyway, now that we had these feline distractions, that right Bast, that right Durga, I'm convinced Durga knocked down that curtain, but I digress. I wish all of you, thank yous first and foremost. So thank you to Noa Ikeda for illustrating both the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands and the Pride Tarot collaborative deck. Thank you to US Game Systems for publishing a tarot deck that honors and celebrates all of the contributions of the LGBTQI+ community, a community of which I form part. And of course, thank you to all of you in YouTube land for honoring who I am and what I do, for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, and for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, an extra big and extra beautiful thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonder-filled weekend, and stay tuned for the next video.